Hey guys, this is KelkoK22 and I just want to go through some of the new things that are in Kamen Rider Craft V3 that I've been working on the last couple of days. I want to kind of do one of these videos a week to kind of show you guys that I am working on it, and it's not a case of I've just pushed it to the side, because this is going to take a long time to restore everything that was in the previous version of Kamen Rider Craft V2. Kamen Rider Craft 2 into Kamen Rider Craft V3. So first off, we have Kuga. Kuga does do things. The belt does change. It doesn't change in the inventory, but that's neither here or there. It does change whilst it's on you, and if you're multiplayer and you see somebody else, their belt's updating and your belt's updating, they're updating separately. They're not kind of working together, kind of thing. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. But another thing I've been working on are the weapons. So if you can see here with the, is it the Dragon Rod? Yep. It is actually a 32x32 texture. But only in the hand. When it's in the inventory, it's a 16x16. And this is something that I need to implement to the deepest harpoon over there. Because I actually this fixes all the problems I had with the deepest harpoon. And I really like this now. So I think I'm going to start doing this for a few more items. Because I didn't like the way of, like, before. This isn't going to sound right. This is going to sound weird. But I didn't like the way that it didn't match the rest. It's almost as if I went for the challenge and went, nah, I'll just bump it up to 32x32, do it that way. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't able to do it by 16x16. Like, I wasn't willing to go for the challenge, and that kind of bugged me. So, I had to sort it out. So, I've done it this way, because that means I have done it by the 16x16, and it is 30x32 in the hand, so I kind of get the scaling that I wanted. But another thing I want to show you guys is if you go for a rising form, the weapon for that mode actually does change. Now, I'm going to give a shout out to Godzilla Wolf 1. I believe that's his username. But he has a ton of mod videos for Kamen Rider Craft 2. And he said in one of those videos that he'll like it if the weapons actually updated when you went to the rising forms. Not you had to craft a new one. And to be fair, I was thinking the same, but hearing somebody else come up with the same idea kind of pushed me over the edge. So, you're awesome, and I did this for you, basically. And I really like the way that this turned out. So, we'll go to the Pegasus. You got the bow. You can shoot. Kind of being careful not to shoot things that I'm not facing, because I'll show you in a sec. And rising, you kind of get the gold bit. And then we got Titan, who has the sword. Yay, the arrow landed there. And rising Titan, you get the gold bit. So yeah, amazing and ultimate are in here, but they don't have weapons that I know of. I may be wrong. But for now, I just wanted to show you that, because that is something I find interesting, at least. And there's something a tad bit more I want to show you guys. We've got Kuga. We've got an Agito. We've got a Ryuki and Ryuga. We've got a Fies. Ryo Trooper, Delta, Saiga, and Kaiser. And Auger. And we have a Blade. Yes, I am slowly going through and adding all the series. Now that I've actually got the base code set in, it should be a lot faster. Everything for these riders isn't set up yet. If I just go in here, the textures for the ores aren't set up. The actual code for the ores isn't set up yet. It's just there. Any item that transforms out of these series aren't actually physically coded in yet. The belts are coded actually for these two. These two, the belts don't change. These lot, the Fies lot, are the ones I'm working on right now. Because I started working on Blade before Fies, because I forgot Fies existed. Okay, don't tell me off, because I was trying to do them in order and I kind of skipped Fies. So I've gone back and started doing Fies now. All I've got to do for Fies is a tad bit of coding on each of these four's belts. Do a bit more on his belt as well for his other forms, because I'm actually going to get the belt updating. And I've got to add a few more items. So yeah, if you guys want to speculate on what those items are, and then I'll properly start working on Blade. Don't know if I'm going to add a few more riders for that series. Tell me in the comment section below if you want to see me actually go through and add other riders for these 3 series, because they're on their own. I can't add anyone for Cougar because he is on his own, but I can add some more for the other guys. So if you guys want me to take a bit more time with this update and make it an update, please tell me in the comment section below. And yeah, I'm actually really enjoying working on this. The change is a change, and I'm not a big fan of change, but to be fair, a lot of it makes it so much easier for doing weird things with items. I prefer it the way it used to be, but doing things like the 32x32 texture I did with the Dragon Rod, that is so much easier with this version. And I actually have not tested this yet. This is the first time I've tested this. So I'm going to go for video settings. I'm going to put it on fast because everybody complained about the belts going 2D on fast. Let's see if they still go 2D. Nope. They're still 3D. I'm actually really happy about that. As I said, that was the first time I've checked that. So yeah, leave any feedback you want in the comment section below. And as I said, tell me if you want me to take my time and make this a proper update, or if you want me to kind of rush it a bit so I can catch up Kamen Rider Craft 2 a bit faster and get that release out. So yeah, this is turning out a lot better than I was I was hoping better with some things, but in other places it's a lot better. It's a lot better than I was expecting. I'm going to leave it there. So yeah, hit that like button as I have been putting a lot of time in this. I've probably put over 100 hours into this version so far of just Kamen Rider Craft V3. That is insane. And yeah, as I said, I'm only up to Blade. I've still got Hibiki, Kobuto, Den-O, Kiva, Decade, Double. O's is done. Then it would be Forze, Wizard, Gaim. Gaim's gonna be hell with this coding setup. Drive shouldn't be that difficult. Drive should be fine. And Ghost, depending on how I do it, should be okay. So yeah, as I said, till next time, goodbye.